Hi, Montana. Day 76 this morning in Business and Labor. We heard a resolution to recognize April 4th as Equal Pay Day in Montana. And we were able to take a bill off of the table, Senate Bill 309, which promotes tourism in Indian country. On the floor this afternoon, all but one of the bills were just concurring in or not concurring in Senate amendments, and we mostly agreed with each other on more than half of them. Today we worked on subdivision law, aquatic invasive species, telephone cards for convicted persons, college tuition, landlord-tenant law, Indian language preservation, and overdose prevention. So getting a lot of good work done. The cigarette tax, I think, is officially dead. The committee gave it an adverse committee report, which hardly ever happens. It's not just not passing it, it is saying we never want it to pass. And today a representative made a motion to reject that committee report, and that motion failed. I am worried about that because I think that was our method to pay for raises for direct care workers. All of these things that we want to see paid for could be paid for if we taxed the highest income bracket as we have in the past. If we repealed the oil and gas tax holiday, or even just lessened the time or raised the amount. If we repealed the capital gains tax credit, which allows you to get a tax break just for being rich, all of these things could pay for the services Montana needs, but because the majority so staunchly refuses to consider any of them, it forces anyone who wants to get something paid for to ask for a tax on wine, or a tax on cigarettes, or a tax on rental cars, or a tax on liquor, or a tax on gas. We're forced to find all of these other small ways to try to raise money to pay for the services that we need, when really we could just institute the tax brackets that Montana has historically had to pay for it. The House today failed a motion to consider a study bill that was tabled in committee. It's to study the overwhelmingly high cost of healthcare. And the committee said they didn't want to study it, and today the House doubled down on it and said we don't want to study it either. In local government this afternoon, we heard and passed a Senate study resolution on emergency medical services and volunteer firefighters. So I'll tell you what happens tomorrow. See ya.